Hello, hello. Happy Monday, everyone. Hi. We are back from our marathon Sunday stream. Saturday stream?
Yes.
I forget which day
It
we did
was
that already.
Saturday. Yeah. Yes, and I have been thinking about it. I've been like in remission
Yeah.
from it. Um,
So from the comments we've gotten on YouTube, I've kind of surmised that we triggered that pretty early.
really?
Yeah.
How?
I think just like going to confront Ruby, we
Oh,
did that maybe too. I think we did it too early.
too early. Okay.
Um, so, in the same vein, we had someone thankfully comment and say that if we go to the island, we will be locking ourselves into the end game for that. So I think we're going to
Yeah.
try to not go to the island and do as
Yeah.
much other stuff as we can before we leave.
Yeah, I would love to finish everything.
Right.
The task person in me really wants it.
Right. So definitely, they said definitely the stuff with the church, and
Yes.
they said just mess with the phone. Keep messing with the phone. Everyone tells us to keep doing that. So
That's fun. Okay.
I think there is something with the phone.
I would also love to get into those whirling in rags passages, but I don't know if we can because they're so weak.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Like, what is the door up by Clausia's like balcony?
yeah,
Like, what is
where
that
does that
door?
go?
I want to pass that.
Yeah, I know.
So we have to. We're kind of on like a timer
Oh, right.
for the ice cream maker. I don't know that it's been enough time.
Well, it's been several days because we passed out, remember?
It has. It's true.
So,
Did we go check it? Oh, I forget this is a dead end.
oh wait, did we go check it?
I can't remember if we did. I'll run back in there, and I know we went back to check it at least once, but I can't remember if it was. I think it was before we went to see Ruby, because we were trying to get as much ticked off as possible, and that one was still like on a wait, so we opted to just come back to it.
Yeah.
So let's just check on that really quick to see if we can progress the church storyline, and then we can run back and look at the phone.
So, Hannah, you said that you started watching someone else's stream and it was super different.
Yes. So I started watching Dodger or Dex Bonus on YouTube and stuff. And she went for the like high physicality build, but like dumb as a rock. And she's
Yeah.
really playing up the like hot mess
Yeah.
aspect of this character. And it's super interesting so far how different it is. Like, she's just bumbling around, like smoking and doing drugs and like hitting on Clausia. But Kim low-key hates her, and it's really funny because he
Hates Claudia?
no like hates like Harry.
Oh,
he
Harry.
like
Oh, God, that would hurt my soul.
I know when Harry like acts a fool and acts like an idiot and is incompetent and rude or anything, Kim clearly like disapproves and is like put out with us, and he doesn't really converse with Harry much in the playthrough that I've seen so far.
Wow.
It's so different. I don't think
Wow.
I don't if I do it play it again, I don't think I would do that build. I don't know what I would.
I don't think I can handle it.
I feel like I would build my own character and go for something, maybe like something in between.
Yeah.
But just play up the, like, I would probably do drugs and stuff if I did a second playthrough, just because I feel like that would lead to some crazy stuff, but also still be trying to be a decent human being, I think, is how I would play it the second time around.
Yeah. Disappoint Kim sometimes, but not all the time.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's been really good. It's a very funny playthrough so far. She's also like recovering from a cold, and so she has like a really wheezy laugh, and it's very funny.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand crank ice cream churner.
I have to equip the tool.
Oh, right.
This orange machine
It's
is
locked.
dead still. It has a hand crank ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
See, it says we have to put points into physical instrument, which we cannot do. So, does that mean, have we like locked ourselves out of progressing this? Please
No way.
don't tell me that.
That would be horrible. There's got to be a way around it.
I mean, I'm assuming the longer you wait, the like easier this check is, the more like the more it melts and you can get the ice.
But it's currently locked.
Right.
This check.
Like the check itself is locked, yeah.
This orange machine is dead still.
Oh my gosh.
It has a hand crank
'Cause
ice cream churner and an electric freezer.
Think
The
we've
ice around it slowly
tried
melting.
it once since we got the
Oh,
tool
no.
and we failed the check.
That seems like a bug. Like, we can't just not
This
get into
orange
it.
turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams.
No.
Oh no.
We do have it turned off, right? What happens if I click on it? Oops, sorry. I don't want to talk to Kim. I don't want to click on this.
This orange, you slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a
Pry
good grip.
bar.
Didn't Sona give you a perfect tool for this kind of job?
Equip the multi-tool by going to the
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then when we do that, it's
This
locked.
orange machine,
So,
Hmm.
yikes.
this orange machine is dead.
And it won't work with the crowbar either. Yeah, I mean, I think the most we can do is wait. There's not much more for it, honestly.
But we'd have to wait like days, like another day. Can we even do that?
I don't know.
Low-key, I kind of want to look up like what to do if a check is locked and you've maxed out your skill.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because I think even putting on different clothing, which I think the only piece of clothing we have that ups it is this one, which we're already wearing. But I'm wondering if we can do something. I'm not sure.
How can I? I'm like a white check when the skill is already maxed out.
Promise to help Suna with her project. Okay, we're waiting on that. Noid doesn't want to talk to you. The signs are not in sync. Guess you need to help him and his friends out somehow. Prove that you're one of the crew. Who knows what he'll tell you. I think that's just getting the nightclub going.
Apparently we can buy dye from Nia, the dice maker.
Oh.
And one of them lets you reroll white checks.
Wait, that's cool.
That would be cool.
How do we... No, that's how we talk to her. How do we go see her again? Is she here? It's been a minute since we talked to her. It was really only that
It
one
has.
time. She's like this way, I think. Yeah. Hello.
You
Oh,
can
it's you
also
again. Are you
internalize
looking for a
the
die?
Insulindian miracle thought, which will unlock all white checks again.
Ooh, okay. Good to know. I'd like to order a die.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Oh my god.
Looking for something to help?
I think I have just the right one for you.
I don't get it.
You're a police officer, right? Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
A beautiful woman tossing you a gift.
Oh god.
Whatever you do,
To catch
don't
something.
overthink it.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm totally overthinking it.
Relatable.
Mr. Smooth moves.
Nice.
You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
Look at us go.
Oh, what are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. I believe these dice are your lucky charm, officer.
Just shining this light right in her face.
She winked back at you. Can you
Sorry.
believe it? You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves.
You definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything else?
I'm curious about this, honestly.
Aside from getting
Nope,
naked,
never mind.
you're not sure what else to
Never
do.
mind.
The building holds no more answers for you.
Okay. Items. If you roll them and squint your eyes, it looks like you're arriving on the scene and it's raining. Look at the map.
See, oh, which white checks have opened?
Nice.
Oh. That's weird. Oh. These are found. White check. Ice cream maker.
Oh, it didn't open. That one's not
Oh, bummer.
highlighted. Maybe we need a different dice. Hello?
Oh, it's you again. Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Extraordinary die?
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
Sure.
Yeah.
We have
Yes,
88,
you definitely
so-
have the proper attitude. How about a pair of 100-sided dice?
Very
Made
cool.
of ivory and inlaid with lodestone, a naturally occurring magnet to complement your magnetic personality.
Pieces of lodestone were used as the first magnetic compasses, from which they derived their other name, coarse stones.
10 real, and I can get these ready in 8 hours.
Oh, gosh.
Are these the ones we need?
I don't know. Do you want me to look it up?
My only hesitation is if she can only do one at a time, like Clint
Yeah.
on Stardew Valley. It's like, no, I'm upgrading your axe. I can't make you another pair of dice.
Right. Okay. I got this.
I just don't want to waste time.
Unlock the ice cream maker. Oh gosh, apparently if you drink booze, you can add more skill points beyond the limit, which has been set.
Oh god. Well,
I don't
for the
wanna do
greater
that.
good.
Ugh.
We might have to.
Ugh. Well, the standard anti-Mural die reduces the difficulty of opening it by 1, but it doesn't say it resets it. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, it seems like somebody on Reddit said maybe the red die, but how do we know? We already have a red die, but it
We
didn't work.
do.
What's the Insulindium Miracle? I see it listed here, but we have not unlocked that as something we can even research.
Oh my gosh, oh no! I felt like we were doing so good in this game, but I feel like we really have so much we didn't do. Or couldn't do, I guess. I don't know.
I think we might have to drink, Lauren.
The novelty dicemaker will offer to make a special die for the character. If you accept and buy it, the die will automatically unlock all white checks in the game, but only once. Did we do that already?
Specialty die. Let me think.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice?
Maybe I don't know what kind of die I want.
How about an amber die?
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Alright, maybe some other die then.
What is this one?
A
say?
normal die? I'm a novelty dice maker. I don't make normal dice. Polyhedral dice. Dice that have more than 4 sides. Octahedrons, trapezohedrons, dodecahedrons. But also barrel dice and teetotum bows. Come on now, be a little creative.
The Mural untethered setting?
Ah, yes, Fortress Accident. It's too bad they never finished their game. The Mural untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die. Only, instead of plants, it uses motifs of ice and death. And loss, of course.
Ice, death, loss. Sounds like you.
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice and dead as, well, death. For 7 real, I could have it ready
Maybe,
in 8
yeah,
hours.
just try to ask her about everything. It says that'll happen after we exhaust all of our dialogue choices, but I wonder if that's like when we first talked to her,
Maybe
which
you have
happened so
some
long
other
ago,
ideas for dice?
or...
What do you mean by cursed?
It's cursed. That's my life.
Alright, how about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die. Maybe you have some other ideas for dice? No need to rush. Take a look around, see if anything inspires you.
Yeah.
Is there more
Of
things we
course.
can ask about the
Tell me
building?
what you have in mind. No need to rush. I'm listening.
No, okay.
Good. I hope it clarified things. Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
I don't know.
I kind of feel like we go
A
for the
star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more
extraordinary
than
die.
7 real. Yes,
Okay.
you definitely have the proper
Pieces of lodestone.
10 real, and I can get... Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there...
Okay. well, let's go mess with the phone.
Yeah.
Waste some time.
Bummer.
It is.
I don't want to drink booze.
I know. If we can avoid it, we will, but we might
We've
have
gone
to.
so far. I feel like we set out with all these, things we really wanted to accomplish. We were gonna go totally sober throughout the whole game. We weren't gonna load like when we didn't like what we got.
Yeah. Well, listen.
And then it just more important things came up.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Will you check it just to make sure it didn't open again?
Oh, just like. Let's see.
This orange machine is dead still.
Okay. All right. And I suppose there are other ways we could like get her out, but I really liked the idea of helping her to get her out.
Right. I agree. I would like to, help her rather than hinder her or like kick her out forcibly, which I don't think we would be good at anyway.
No, that's a good point.
So, to the phone we go.
Suppose we could also like always sit on a bench somewhere. Last time.
That's true. I forget there's a waiting mechanic. So we can do that.
If Kim didn't talk to us, he wouldn't explain to us like what's going on, you know?
I know. Like she said in a podcast episode, she talked about her playthrough, and she said she came really close to soft locking herself out of progression because of how stupid her character is.
Wow.
Because she was like, nobody tells me anything or will talk to me about anything.
Wow.
You pick
And
up
you'd get
the
no
handset.
lore.
There's a tone.
Right.
The machine is operable.
Like encyclopedia is like
Calling.
one of my favorite things about this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired.
Okay.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
I'm tired too.
Me
If I could go
too.
just 1 month without writing. No, 2 months. I could regenerate my brain. Fucking liberalism.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still
Weird.
waiting for you to dial a number.
Hello?
Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
Okay.
You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then pull down on the number. Then move one up and repeat the motion twice. Strange. This is not how you started before.
Wait, what?
Keep dialing.
414447. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air. 1117361.
What are we
Your
doing?
fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling. Yes, 451 451.
Oh my
You
god, are we
going
like
deeper now?
unlocking
some
somewhere in
unknown
our mind
place.
palace?
Far
I
away
hope
from
so.
this island of matter and its telecommunication networks.
Finish it.
451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection. An ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle. The wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there. Not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion. Far away. A distant network of phones. Calling. Calling in the night. Calling still. Ringing by the bedside of a dark but capacious apartment with long windows. You know this to be true.
Oh.
The handset starts
this our
slipping
girl?
from your
Oh my
sweaty
God.
palm. Your breathing is heavy. You just do. And you know it is going to hurt.
Oh, no.
I don't want to hang up. I want to know what's going on.
No, we're
The
not hanging
lieutenant
up.
is too far away to hear your yelp. The sea wind blows.
No, I don't want to hang up.
Calling. 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 Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice
Oh my
emerges.
god.
Small.
Hello?
The dearest thing
Yes.
you've ever heard.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
But we are not well. I want to die.
Just say hello.
Yeah. Hello?
Who is this?
Sure.
No, no. It's you, isn't it? It's you.
Who is this?
Dora. Who is this?
Dora.
The connection is bad.
Oh my god.
In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning
no.
next
No.
to bed springs rattle.
Don't react.
Yeah, no.
It
Don't be
doesn't
weird.
matter
Talking.
if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
What?
I want to live with you.
Oh god.
Is that you?
This is too much. You need to recede.
No?
Silence. The connection falters. You hear her last words repeated back to you in an echo.
Is that you?
I guess just proceed.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
I'm not though.
You
I'm
only
not
have
drunk.
2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Maybe I like number 6.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey,
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here.
how far away are you? It's 11 a.m.
Honestly.
It's 4 o'clock, Harry.
Jesus.
I need to wake up in 2 hours. I'm in Morova, sleeping.
22 million people live in Merova, the capital city of Garte.
I can't believe this is
Is the
happening.
capital
This
of
is
the world
amazing.
after Revachol was destroyed.
She's alive.
She's alive. I think we
Already,
just...
Harry, I give you way less credit.
Yeah. This is your fault. Almost certainly.
She seems really nice as well.
The academy, where I work.
Yeah.
I guess one.
Number 1.
No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper.
Ask about us? Yeah.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
My heart hurts.
We might actually have one though.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Please stop. Please, let's just hang up.
I don't like 1 or 7.
Yeah, this is the only one I like.
She does not answer anymore.
Number 1?
Yeah, I'm gonna solve it.
Harry.
Disconnect tone.
Oh my god.
The machine ran out of money.
Do it.
You dial the number again.
She's not gonna
26
answer.
pulls
No
of
way
the
she
rotary dial.
answers.
The machine eats the
Wow,
pain
that
and
was so worth it.
terrifying ocean
Thank
of
you guys
distance
for making us
rustles
do
in your
this.
ear. In the middle of it, a familiar ring.
We're not making us,
Small,
but suggest.
distorted. Calling, 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 calling. It looks like she does not want to pick it up.
Yeah.
Stop scaring her.
Why?
Yeah.
Come on, you know why.
Okay,
Calling.
fine.
No, I'm gonna keep
Calling.
going.
Harry, please.
I'm not doing 4.
No, yeah. Sure.
I'm going to hang up now, okay?
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Oof. Man.
I don't think we do it anymore.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so Harry, they broke up because he's an addict or something, unknown reasons, but probably that. And so, because he's so sad about it, he just like destroys hotel rooms and is mean to people and pawns his gun. And like, I'm sorry, Harry, but she seems really nice and she's alive, and that's not a good enough excuse to do that.
No, you're completely right.
And I'm glad we decided to go the sober route because I want what's best for him.
Right.
I want him to recuperate.
And like most of the time going back to your old life in that sort of way is not gonna help you.
Yeah, and she deserves better, probably.
Yeah, I mean almost certainly. Let's see, there was a bench somewhere around here. If I remember. Is there one in this area? I mean, I know there's one way back at the beginning, but I kind of thought there was one around here. I'm not sure where it is.
remember.
We can sit on this one over here. Oh, there's someone on it? Have we talked to you?
Officer,
Oh, yeah.
care to play a game with the lonely old man?
Okay.
Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But
Gone
he's
like
really gone.
he left? Please?
How, like he
tell me-
died?
I hope not.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow
Oh
over his
no.
wrinkled face.
Hell, most likely.
Oh my
He
god,
was
he
an
died.
absolute cunt.
Whoa.
Oh, he would
Whoa.
have liked
Wait,
that.
okay, was
Violent lives ending violently. That's how he wanted to go. Sadly, it was not the case. I repeat, an absolute cunt. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper.
you liked
it.
him?
The only people who could
Definitely.
stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids, and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So
Yeah.
much, in fact, that...
That you loved him.
Yes,
It's like
I loved
Harrison
that
Rory.
angry prick. He didn't deserve
Dr.
it,
Doofenshmirtz
but I
and
did.
Perry the Platypus.
Oh my god.
You know what his last words to me were?
Something mean?
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what
So
he
something
said to
mean.
me.
Yeah.
He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
May we all. Okay,
Ask him how he died.
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Wow.
Yes, he was about to head home, cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Hookah uniform I saw him in all the time.
huh.
Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is, part of life really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore
Sad.
about anything really. But you must need something.
Can we wait?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the...
We can sit on bench.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
We can't do it when he's here.
Oh no. Okay, well, I don't know. We don't have anything else to do because this is the same thing. We need a physical instrument to get that door open.
Oh my gosh.
Unless, like, there's something else we've missed. With, like, something back here? What happens if we go through here?
Kuno's. Oh, right.
I don't think I can jump down there right now.
Yeah.
I've just seen, as we were running up here though, I saw this.
Oh, the window?
Interesting.
What is, like, further towards the camera?
Back this way.
Yeah.
It's like the backside of Clausia's area. So probably Whirling and Rag. like. Dang it. How do we get in there?
Did we ever actually try that check? It was just so low that we didn't, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it would lock us out.
Right. And we can't ask Garte about them. There's no new dialogue.
I think we did at one point, and he was like, I don't care.
That certainly sounds right.
Is there something I can do for you?
Did you see the huge graffito outside?
No, I completely failed to notice that. It's only in front of the entrance to the establishment I manage. Though maybe it's still better than just the blood.
Yeah.
Another thing. Great. I love those. Oh, yes, that door. Sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frick warehouse.
I feel like I have been wondering about it for
Or
10
some
years.
boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely
He
not
wants to
convincing.
know.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key. Yes?
This is bugging me. I want to get in there.
I know.
You see, it could be connected to the barred door upstairs.
Yeah. That's definitely what we're supposed to do. If we have this in our hand, does this change anything at all with this?
The same small, heavy door.
No.
No lock in sight. The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
The door has withstood your demolishing attempts. There must be another way in. Through the kitchen door, perhaps. Let's explore rather than destroy.
Okay, here's a thought. How to pass time while Kim is with us. You can read and reread case files, case entries, over and over and over again. And it passes the time each time you do it.
Interesting. Okay.
You can also play a board game with Kim. It's fun. The bookstore sells it. Aww.
We gotta. I just want to see that scene, if anything else. I
Right?
just want us to be board game buddies. We got money to burn, you know? Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Seems like it's quite a thing, though. People are trying to finish side quests before they finish the game. And they're like, what do I do? I'm just waiting.
Hi,
Oh,
Lady
like it's a
Detective.
common
Are you
issue.
here?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Things have gotten out of hand! I thought the psychic stuff was bad, but the crime!
Listen,
it's
lady.
even worse! I
I
haven't
don't
been
know
able
what
to
to
come
tell
to
you.
work for 3 days. The shop has been locked. No sales, gangbangers running around, shooting everyone. I know I shouldn't have bought a shop in this ghetto.
Oh my god. I'm the one who got shot, or one of the ones.
Oh my god! Even the police can't take care of all this.
I
Just
mean,
look at that limp. Someone should do something about this. Maybe I should close the bookstore and open a psychic studio.
I would love that for you.
Yes.
It makes sense. Crime is the 6th element, you see. The darkest element.
The darkest element.
I could teach people to protect themselves against bad energies and to fight crime.
Yes.
Do it. It's your destiny,
Yes,
ma'am.
what Martinez really needs is more vigilantes roaming the streets.
Exactly. It's a brilliant idea.
See, she's not going to listen to our input,
I'm
whether
going to
she
start drawing up
wants to or
business
not.
plans right away.
True.
In the meantime, do buy the books. As many as you can. They won't be here for much longer. Is there anything else I can help you with?
It would be amazing if we came back from the island and it was a psychic shop.
Oh, that would be so good.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring
fiction. In here, maybe? Where are the games?
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide...
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh, no.
God. Ma'am.
Okay.
Calm down.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are. Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
That makes me want to curl up and shrivel up and die. I hate that.
Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a rundown drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time.
Right.
Time is commerce.
Is anybody else in here browsing your shit? I don't think so. I don't think so.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There
Yes.
are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Mural-related merchandise.
Wonderful choice, sir. A wholesome family game.
Do you want to play a board game?
Come on, let's go and play.
In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic. The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work. The exact location and time period are left deliberately vague, but it's clearly meant to represent the economic relationship between the Revacholian suzerainty and its many vassals. The plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance. There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components. Savor that
Nice.
new board game smell. A mix of wood, paper, and ink, all wrapped in the sweet must of cardboard.
Wow.
Relatable.
This is relatable. They know what their target audience is.
Give me on a plate.
The lieutenant looks over the rulebook before he sees something that makes his eyes go wide.
Holy shit. The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6
Yes.
hours.
Waste time with me.
I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time.
Oh,
for
no.
a game.
Oh my god. Suggestion. Okay. Do we have clothing for suggestion?
Hold
Welcome
on.
to
Let's see
Suzerainty,
if we
a game
can
of
make it any
economic
easier
strategy for the whole
convince him.
family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Guardian novel. The colorful illustrations depict cheerful workers picking apricots, hauling marble sculptures out of crumbling temples, and harvesting
maybe if we
a
know more
strange
about it, we can be
magenta
like, but it
leaf
has
plant."
this.
Everyone is smiling.
Yeah, maybe.
You begin to suspect there may be a political agenda to this so-called family game.
I'm sure there
Only
is.
one way to find out. The instructions are opaque at first and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout. You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points. That's where the suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource. Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers. They may then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol. As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for Beginners. Remember, there are many paths to victory in Suzerainty, but successful players will find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly.
Do we think this is meta?
I mean, almost certainly.
The actual scoring system appears infinitely complex. With a series of tables and appendices, you open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be punched out before you can play. Each cardboard token makes a satisfying as you pop it out.
Oh my
Soon,
gosh,
a
this
neat
is
pile
like
of cardboard
porn.
coins
This is
and
one of my
cables
favorite
has
things.
accumulated
It's
to
true. It's true. I feel it deep in my soul.
What? You're not going to offer to let me?
See, Kim, we are the same people.
In addition to the
I knew
worker
he
and
was one of
building
us.
tokens used by each player, there
Frankly-
are also several piles of
Frankly, as soon as he
colourful
was
resource
cagey
tokens,
about his pens,
each
I should have
representing
known.
one of the game's 4 principal resources. From the Empire of Sephre, orange apricot tokens. From
My
Ilmarat,
boyfriend
the ancestral
decided
name
to get
of
2
Ilmarat,
pens, one
grey
really
marble
nice
block
one that he
tokens.
has, but he
From the
also got a
Seminine
second pen to
Islands,
put in his other
white
pocket
sacks
for
of
when people
sugar
ask
tokens,
for a pen. So he
and
always
from
has 2
Supreme
pens.
and Sarah
I
Lorenza,
think that's really
magenta
cute.
tokens
So that is
for
very
unprocessed cocaine leaves.
Oh, those are nice.
You hold the open
Okay,
game box
see.
before you.
Oh, but what if we fail?
All right, so it's suggestion. Let's see. What is anything taking away suggestion at the moment? Because we're currently decked out for frickin' war. So let's see. Suggestion. I think it's a yellow skill. What color is it? It's easier for me to search through them quickly if... No, it's purple. Okay. You can just scroll through here a lot faster that way. Authority. Minus
that-
1 suggestion.
Oh, gosh.
Damn it. Minus 1 suggestion. Ooh.
This one?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to
Suzerainty box is heavy
Okay.
and slightly
Hey, okay,
awkward
please,
in
please,
your
please,
hands.
please, please.
You give it a light shake and feel the pieces
Come on,
shift around
Kim.
inside. What?
Fuck!
Does the
A
lieutenant
double
hate?
one?
Is he the fun police?
Oh,
The lieutenant gives you a sour look.
Oh.
He may or may
I
not
can play it.
hate
We can
fun,
do it again.
but either way, he does not appreciate
+1 for
your attitude.
persistent.
Yes.
What is
There we
detective
go.
work if not in your game?
That was
You
nice
need
of the game.
logical
It was
inference,
nice.
attention to detail, the ability to analyze your opponent's motives.
I do feel like my thinking has become somewhat rigid. Maybe a little diversion to keep the mind limber is just what's in order.
Yeah.
He's doing the hard work himself. All he needed was a little nudge.
All right, you've convinced me. How do we play?
Ah.
I'll show you. He would hate it if he said
Explain the
let's
basic
I know.
procedures to the
Let's
lieutenant,
wing it.
who seems to be a quick
No,
study.
thank you.
You each take your bag of tokens and counters and unfold the board between you. In the center is the crown of Revachon. Radiating outward are her colorful vessels, each one supplying some raw material desired by the suzerain. Apricots from Safre, archaeological treasures from Ilmarat, sugars from the Seminine Islands, and magenta cocaine from Supra Muindi and Sarah Maritza. There's also a neat little log to keep track of your progress in case you need to put the game away and return to it later. The lieutenant goes first. He draws a contract card and moves several of his workers to the Safre territory of the board and the others to the Seminine Islands.
All right, detective, your turn.
You have a few options available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away or rearrange your workers to maximize production on future turns? Remember what the rulebook said.
Workers.
You'll want to choose a strategy early on and stay committed to it.
Just do whatever Kim did.
What? It's the very beginning of the game. Your workers haven't even done any work yet.
Oh, I guess I misunderstood what that was.
Okay, but not too
That's more like it. You produce a handful of archaeological treasures and a smattering of other resources. Meanwhile, the lieutenant spends 2 of his sugar and 1 of his apricot tokens to complete his
like
contract
Civ.
card. He is rewarded with
does,
4
yeah.
coins and a round wooden token that he places in the center of the board.
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points.
I think I might though.
Come on, detective. Don't be a spoil sport.
Okay,
You have
okay.
plenty of chances to earn your own points.
What is that patronizing tone? Someone needs to put the lieutenant in his place.
No.
The lieutenant returns your baleful look with a satisfied grin.
See, this is the problem. Is this is what it's like to play a board game with me, and I'm like this even when I play with like small children. I have no self-control.
Come on, is that your game face? You're practically
To be real though,
broadcasting
it is
your position to the
infuriating playing
lieutenant
games with
that
you
expression.
because you're so good. Like 9 times out of 10, Hannah is winning.
I'm not. I feel like I'm not competitive with anything else. But put me in front of a board game, man, and
Glancing over the board,
It
you
triggers
see
something
several
deep in
possible
me.
strategies.
Ever play
Pressing your
bananagrams
workers
with this
into
bitch?
service will increase your economic output and help you to survive a possible conflict with the lieutenant. Or you could ignore your labor supply and focus on fulfilling contracts for points and resources.
Okay. Let's see. I feel like.
Those aren't your only options.
Well,
You could
what are
also
my
show your
options?
workers how much you appreciate them by investing some of that wealth in them. After all, they're the ones producing wealth for the suzerain.
Okay.
Well, sure, you can do that. It's just not a terribly effective strategy, but then it's up to you.
I think invest in our workers.
Sure.
To the lieutenant's puzzlement, you spend several turns building various improvements to your territorial infrastructure. Soon, your workers have access to clean water, paved roads, and basic hobbies. In return, they produce 1 extra resource per turn.
Too bad investing in your workers just isn't worth many points.
Interesting.
Take a look at the scoring tables in the back.
Okay.
You see in table 8C that investing in territorial infrastructure multiplies your final victory point total by 1, which is to say not at all. Whereas erecting monuments in Revachol gives you a multiplier of 5.
So you're saying I fucked up?
Yes, precisely.
Yes.
Now it's the lieutenant's turn to respond. He moves aggressively onto the Saffrey territory. Soon, his workers are producing a steady supply of extremely valuable apricots. For several turns, you struggle to respond to the lieutenant's burgeoning apricot empire. Eventually, you relocate the majority of your workers to Supremawindi and Saramaritsa, where they begin producing a bumper crop of cocaine tokens. You draw a new contract card. According to the text, there's an aristocrat willing to trade a large supply of cocaine for a number of coins and access to a rare bonus. Amplified music worth 7 victory points. You know, this isn't unlike the situation the historical Revacholian Suzerainty faced in Saffrey in the middle of the last century.
No, tell me more.
Well, the Suzerain was looking for new markets for all the cocaine it was producing, and it settled on Saffrey. By introducing cocaine into Saffrey under exclusive contract, the Suzerain created an extremely valuable captive market for an extremely addictive product.
That's fucked up.
If you could somehow get the lieutenant's workers addicted to your cocaine, you could not only make them less
part of the
productive,
game.
you would also force the lieutenant to pay you for your cocaine tokens each turn. Yes, you can. It's right there in the rules. Now's your chance. Show the lieutenant what happens when he patronizes you. You've reached a critical strategic juncture. How do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression?
Do it.
I want to. He's like, damn it, I was hoping you wouldn't do it.
With each passing turn, you slowly bleed the lieutenant of coins as his own workers become less productive and more dependent on your magenta cocaine tokens. As a matter of historical fact, this
The
is
time
almost
is passing.
exactly
It's almost
what
been an
happened
hour.
in Saffrey. To this day, fully half of the former Saffrey Empire remains dependent on international aid in exchange for a steady supply of cheap produce.
More or less.
Realizing victory is slipping away, the lieutenant launches a desperate gambit.
Oh no.
Protectionism. By erecting tariffs on your cocaine, he
Not
hopes
the
to starve
tariffs.
you out of the market at the risk of incurring the Suzerain's disfavor. The end game is upon you. Do you escalate the trade war with the lieutenant in hopes of crushing him with your economic might? Or do you ignore his aggression and focus on building the mighty victory column structure in Revachol herself? Alternatively,
I don't know, we haven't
you
done
could
that at
throw
all
the
yet.
whole game away by trying to build a public education system for the children of your workers.
Okay, so we can escalate the trade war, work on the victory column.
I think
choice is
the
yours.
trade war is.
I mean, we said we were going to commit to a strategy, and I feel like we went all in on the cocaine strategy. So...
The lieutenant nods gravely as you erect tariffs against his apricots and sugar. This is going to get ugly. With every turn, tariffs are raised until neither you nor the lieutenant are producing any income or generating resources for the suzerain.
We'll call it a draw.
Even in the best of cases, it's impossible to really win a trade war. But this is far from the best case, and the lieutenant's apricot-powered economic engine crushes yours. Soon, your coffers are empty, and the map lies strewn with your worker tokens.
I hope you learned your lesson. Never fuck with skunkies.
Yes!
My man.
Computing the final scores is almost a game unto itself. You each spend an inordinate amount of time making stacks of coins, consulting tables, and struggling with basic addition and multiplication. After double, then triple checking your maths, you have your final score. -5 victory points. You be lucky if the suzerain doesn't have your whole family executed for such a
It's like when you finish a game of life and you're like in debt. You're like, fuck.
I've got 15 points.
Wow.
Don't look too glum, detective. There's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again. Now, let's clean up and get back to work.
You hold the open game box before you.
Alright. That did waste
That was
some time.
fun.
I did enjoy that.
Wasteland of
Oh,
reality.
nice.
Congrats, you're sober. It will take a while for your body to remember how to metabolize anything that isn't sugar from alcohol. So you're going to be pretty ravenous soon. Eat plenty. You can expect your coordination and balance to improve in a couple of weeks. In 2 months, you might start sleeping like a normal person. Full recovery will take years, though. It'll be depressing.
We got this.
It'll be boring. Don't expect any further rewards or hand claps. This is how normal people are all the time.
I believe in us.
I do too. What did we get? Bonuses from the thought. -1 physical instrument.
Oh gosh, golly.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Do we want to forget that one? I kind of... like, it takes away even some of our psych skills.
I do enjoy that it's no positive effects from alcohol on that one. So, like, even if we wanted to drink booze to do stuff, it would do nothing.
Right. It kind of takes away that as an option.
Which I like for Harry as a person, but I totally understand if we want to get rid of it for the game.
So we have to come back at like 4:46? No. 6:46.
Yeah. Yeah, so the other way to pass the time was to read cases.
How do we do that? I thought we were carrying around.
Do forget. What's in our notebook? Oh, that's this page.
Yeah. It's not under items, right?
Where did we do that at?
Oh, right. That's it's about +3 across the board. Deceptively bad, like beating an addiction. Yeah. Where did we do case files? Do I have to talk to Kim?
Yes?
No.
What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
I don't...
There's no reason to wing anything. 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
It's, do we have a ledger?
Okay then. Was there
I
anything
believe
else you
so.
wanted to... Good.
Items. No. Interact. We did have a ledger. Where did I see it?
It's the ledger you found in the
That's
trash.
it.
A cabbage of
Nice.
papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped case files, commit to paper. These are your last couple of months in Revachol, Precinct 41, Jamrock Quarter. The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more. Judging by the creases on your forehead and the lines on your cheeks, too much more. Going back years, decades even.
So we can't read them?
You don't exactly close
Oh,
them.
yeah, okay, yeah.
It
Reading
takes
is bad.
about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Which one do you want? This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. Cause of failure, rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible, only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing.
Yeah, no
It's
kidding.
visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the belles lettres have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options.
It's not really a mural, it's like messaging.
Yeah.
But
I mean, everybody hates it, right?
Yeah, everybody hates it.
A staggering 78% of voters choose
never
to
mind
keep
that.
it.
They don't hate
Turns out the
They don't hate
opposition
it.
were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world for new people. And it is too late for us.
I don't know.
No one cares what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger. What do you want to tackle next? Or are we done? AKA Leslie and Burke, AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk, is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop displaying his genitals and for Burke to stop attacking things would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted
Can't you
features,
fine them and then
is
when
a
they don't
medical
pay their fines, then
improbability.
you can incarcerate them?
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Perdition because that's where the action is. Can you keep yourself off the streets? Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
Leslie's the public indecency one, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. The officer is also drunk. Way more drunk than Burke there. And let's be fair, you also have party eyes. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face,
we were horrible.
then proceed to beat him unconscious with it.
Great.
In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore.
Oh my god.
Can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved.
Golly.
Well,
which
don't
is
love
also
that.
why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
I guess.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape. That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead. Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
Wow.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
That would be so annoying.
This reminds
In
me
the
of
middle of the street.
This reminds me of the Friends opening sequence.
Oh yeah, where there's a couch by that fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
Yes, as you said here, total assholes. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual.
Okay.
Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
I feel like sometimes the ebb and flow of police work means sometimes you're tracking down couch assholes.
Yeah.
Murder. Tum 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 at the Hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now
Love that
dead,
we name
of circumstances
cases fun
completely
stuff.
unconnected to
Yeah.
murder at the Hookah parlor. Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve, was doing it solo, said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister, was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the Hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. toughest he's ever had. No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Can you get high?
No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything.
Weird.
Yeah, really lame. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open. Blood everywhere.
Busted
What happened?
open.
How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Tables low, heavy, really sharp edge. See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply. And you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
Oh, God. Sometimes being drunk is like that. Or high.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, no, I'm doing great. And then you stand up and you're like,
Oh, I am not.
Oh, dear. Getting to the actual bathroom and then also seeing yourself in the mirror is also sometimes that moment where you're like, wait.
Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
Stephen.
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script.
Yeah, they take
maybe.
about an hour apiece.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor.
So
Joseph
I guess
Mills wasn't a
we've
good
read them all
detective,
now, so we
and
can just
about
click.
30
Can we
minutes has
just click
passed
through them
putting
again?
it together.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, should be able to.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? That's all you got. Who knows? Those paid one day, you may still catch the man with the square gun. Some
So we need to get to
assholes brought their
18,
couch
yeah.
outside and hung insufferable. They were leaving it out in cigarette butts. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called AKA Leslie will the only way for Leslie to stop displaying threatening. It's plain to see from the good. He must have in the process. He can't get out, which is also why the not
Yay!
much has changed.
Look at us doing our job. We're
You
so
read it?
studious. I guess we can go back in this way.
Well, I'm gonna go until about 8:30 tonight. And then I'm
This
gonna hop
orange
off.
machine.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Hopefully we can accomplish getting this ice cream maker open.
I know. Hope so. Hello, ma'am.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Do you not have our die?
Oh, it was 6:40 something. 6:46 is when we need to come back. So.
Okay. How long does it take time to pass? Like, is it worth doing the ledger?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage. It
Here, I'll
takes
just
about
read the
half.
bullet
It would
one.
be.
That one's pretty
That's
fast.
all. Who knows? One
Yeah,
day
okay.
you may still. Not much is.
Perfect.
Hey!
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Wait. Ma'am.
I'm sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I can only produce one die per customer.
Do you...
It said 8 hours, right?
Ready in 8 hours.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
6. Should be ready. We have money.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Weird.
It's
Maybe
the
it's
ledger you
just a
found in the
little
trash. It takes
too
about
close.
half. It would be very. That's all.
Time.
Who knows? One day you may still catch. It would be. That's
Let me
all.
just
Who
advance
knows?
time,
One
like,
day
twice.
you may still catch the. Not much is.
Hello?
Oh, it's you again.
Ah,
Are you looking for a die? Excellent. That will be 10 real for one set of magnetic dies. This was an especially fun set to make.
aww.
Dazzling. It's like you have a pair of tiny disco balls.
Okay, please tell me.
No!
Shit.
Balls.
We gotta get it somehow.
This old fire. The whole thing.
I mean, presumably it's still very shut.
This orange machine is dead.
Yep.
Uh,
I don't know, Lauren. I think we might need to take a drink. I don't.
can we take skill points out? No.
I don't think so. No.
I mean, we've got the thing that makes it so there's no positive effects from alcohol, and that would be a positive effect from alcohol.
Right, we would have to
To-
forget this in order to
I have to forget it.
to do it.
Man, but I love this one for us. Ah.
I have a question. I'm wondering,
What's that?
is it like if we do this, is it like we only get the bonuses from these ones? Or is it like once we research it, we get the bonuses from it? You know?
If I had to guess, it's the bonuses from all of them, but I guess I don't know.
That's what I would have thought as well. Yeah, so it's like we need all endurance, white checks on, like we need all physical instrument.
Yeah.
See, there's one here called Coach Physical Instrument. That feels promising, but we don't have it.
I wonder how we get it.
It's just so, I think it's so different from our builds. I don't know if it's even really available to us, or if we've already like locked ourselves out of getting that through dialogue somehow.
Yeah.
Why don't we quick save? And forget this. I want to take the drink and see how bad it is. And if it's like really, really bad, then we can, you know, walk it back.
Okay, all right.
Is there something I can do for you? Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this a shaker?
It's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's holding nothing.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing
You're behind
a bow
the
tie
bar,
and
sir.
doing
What do
this?
you want?
Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why? That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager.
I mean, I know this.
Well, why don't you
Glad we
have a bartender?
Is
then?
there anything else?
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Like what?
I think we have alcohol, honestly. I forgot. Unless we sold it. Did I sell it? No. So +1 physique.
I don't know. Does
Physique is just the whole row.
Oh.
So presumably that is how that works.
Oh boy. Okay, here we go.
How do I drink it?
Maybe we hold it and then we interact with it.
Oh, no, just moves it back and forth. It's listed as a tool.
There it is.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of alcohol. Here's
Okay.
where the magic
This
happens.
hurts. This hurts.
I know.
We're doing it for the disco club.
Light reflects
Or
off
the
the green glass of the
sobriety's
Commodore Red.
not
the gods have
perfect.
been generous. Better pop it open before they change their minds.
Did we forget
Wow,
that thought?
The gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy
I
to
did,
open.
yeah.
A child could have done it. There's a satisfying pop as the cork jumps out, and the hair on your back rises like an
This
army at
hurts.
attention.
I hate
You've been
it.
here before. Welcome back, detective. You're home now.
I want to know if we can just take like a singular sip.
A golden sun melts down your throat.
Physique
its rays
rays.
filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop. A real detective. Incredibly well done.
Okay.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's an alcohol button. Alcohol gives +1 to physique skills. Physical instrument, half light, electrochemistry, endurance, pain threshold, and shivers. This is good before rolling a white check, but damages your morale.
Oh, but it doesn't
And
like
remember,
From the void we came,
give us another
and to
one.
the void we must return.
Oh, it did.
It did, yeah.
Okay, all right. We took one little baby sip.
Hello.
So, did it take a skill point to forget that one?
Oh my god. Yes.
What do we do?
Fuck. Oh my god.
Wow, this has been a frustrating stream.
Man, I just yeah. Yes it is. Is there any little random shit we can do to get experience? Do you get experience from rereading the case files?
Rereading?
I doubt it.
I mean, we could try to, like, talk to everyone we can.
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a pig. I guess that was cool.
I guess that's true.
Cool. That's very cool to Kuno.
Great.
Just don't think because you got half your dick shut up.
Apparently reading books you get XP for.
Okay, we could do that.
Kuno doesn't reward weakness. It's business as usual with Kuno. Kuno's cold like that.
I don't know. Does the alcohol... Okay, so it does wear off.
Feels good for some reason.
Watch out, pig. It's a dangerous world out there. But Kuno's got his eyes on you. Who knows?
Alright, well, the bookstore's right here. I don't know how close or far we are from a skill point.
I know, right? I hope they're open still. What time is it? Yeah. We're also spending all our money, which I think is funny. Hopefully we don't need it on the island.
Yeah.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels, crime fiction. These books, what's more, not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf? You see, Dick Mullen on the job. Get me Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the murder house. Yes, there's also the Dame Tragedy Calls for Dick Mullen. Wait a minute. All this told us nothing about who Dick Mullen actually is. Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails.
Wow.
It seems very close by.
That was
Pulsating, just out of reach.
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
But we can't buy any?
No, I guess we can try a different shelf where it just has
Shelves full of biographies of famous people.
A true cultural touchstone.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. The book is large and heavy. Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes.
Sure.
That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1.
Who
was the first Innocence?
Seems like a what question?
Oh yeah. This is what I was made for. A pop quiz is a short examination designed to test your knowledge without any prior warning or announcement. Such exams allow the teacher to assess how thoroughly students have retained the material.
This is how helpful my brain is during tests.
Now blast that first Innocence. Thanks for nothing. Dolores Day. Dolores. Incorrect. Dolores Day was the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the moral intern, she was powerful and beautiful on all her icons. Her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat.
Dora?
And it hurts. You see a flash silver,
Is this...
a wreath, an airport bag,
No.
and blonde hair. You don't know why.
Wait.
Another choice, perhaps?
Oh, fuck.
Incorrect. Solar was anointed during the previous century and even lived to see the current one. She was an urban planner who spoke her mind and largely left history to its own devices, encouraging people to excel on their own rather than prescribing to a deified model of history. She is often called an anti-innocence. Sola resigned after an assassination attempt by a Yugo nationalist who blamed her for not taking the side of the left during the turn of the century revolutions. Innocences don't usually resign. Care to try again? Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum.
Sure.
As the first Innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party. Question 2. Who was the strongest Innocence? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
What did it say about the Dolores Day? The innocence of humanism.
She was powerful.
Anti-innocence was Sula.
Incorrect. Vespa Messina is not a person, but a defunct state on the southeastern coast of the Occident. It used to take up most of the peninsula before separating into the republics of Vespa and Messina. Care to try again? Correct. Named the Innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation. Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the false Innocence? Got it under control. No problem. Solid on this one. It's widespread historical information. Correct.
Nice.
There have been a number of counter or false Innocences. Some assumed to have innocentic qualities. Some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen. The most famous and important of these was Ernau Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra. Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest Innocence? The most important of them all. The most precious to humankind. I've got it, honest. I don't even have to say it anymore.
Well, this one seems like Dolores Day.
Yeah.
Correct. The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest Innocence. A most radical change to the whole fabric of the world. Everything from inter-isolary travel to the connected world, to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow, and more beautiful. And more beautiful. And more beautiful.
Okay.
Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get a C, vaguely passable, a solid effort with nothing much else to show. Nice going, mediocrity man. You would have done better if you just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
What's going on with you?
Thinks that's so smart. Goddamn.
Okay. You are shouting at an inanimate object like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to
Listen,
have
Kim,
trouble
it's
with the
been a
right
trying
answers.
day. Okay, I woke
Honestly.
up. I had been shot, and then I had the worst day. I'm just trying to get my shit together. Okay. We don't have any skill points.
No.
We're at 80 out of 100. We need 20 more.
Okay. Another book, I guess.
Yeah.
This bookstore is not strictly amidst the very... These 3 things are very... The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access
Oh, I think that's
to
the
paid
one where
health
she said
services.
they're like not for sale to us.
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Well. Child, can we talk to you? I just need some
There's
XP.
no books down here.
Oh, there is a shelf here.
The display rack is brimming with
Yum
This
dolls.
is entirely, completely...
Yeah.
It is a bestseller for a reason.
Let's read it.
The edges of the pages are worn and smudged. A lot of people have read about the Devil Woman's altercations with the Heimdall man. The jacket copy proclaims, "Man from Heimdall returns in his most exciting adventure yet. After crashing into a strange jungle, cannibalistic natives abduct his only surviving comrade, Noble Tyribald. Before Man from Heimdall can mount a rescue, he is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen rules supreme. Will Man from Heimdall be able to escape his dire situation and find his missing friend?" You open the book to a random page. Man from Heimdall, wielding his 2 Zweihanders, is carving through a sea of savages, his visage fixed in grim determination. His arms, whirling like windmills, are soaked with the blood of his enemies. Mangled corpses litter the battlefield. Good God, this is some retrograde stuff. When was this shit written? You flip to the copyright page. This book was written in 38. Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Heimdall tribe. From the village of Heimdall, the ivory giant roars like an ice bear, and the winds of Garte howl out his name. Man from Heimdall rides on a gilded griffin, his golden mane billowing in the breeze. Both Zweihanders sheathed on his back. He is off to war. Will he conquer his enemies? Will he conquer himself? The steel muscles of man from Heimdall gleam in the humid jungle air. Yet the man does not sweat. In meditation, his soul drifts in the frigid northlands he calls home. A passage reads, "The man from Heimdall looks up, his eyes blue as the mountain lakes of his homeland. He rarely speaks, but now his voice booms in the darkened throne room. Do not try to sap my masculine essence, wicked temptress. Son of Heimdall will never succumb to your seductive wiles. Thine spells are no match for purity and strength of will. Brothers of Heimdall, stand above the vices of flesh, for it is weak and corruptible, yet mine is forged in gore and strife." Queen Lydiana just laughs, a sultry and salacious sound, then says, "I have grand plans for you, man from Heimdall." She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. "First, you shall please me. Then lead my armies against the vicious cannibals. Not a muscle moves in the face of the man from Heimdall. Yet inside, there is turmoil. This goes against all he holds sacrosanct." In the final pages, man from Heimdall mounts Galavarin, his mighty griffin, and turns his gaze to the horizon. Queen Lydiana is dead, but an army of cannibals is storming the gates, and still there's no word of trusty Tyribald. To find out what happens next, you'll have to pick up Man from Heimdall and the Three-Eyed Skull, available in fine bookstores everywhere. Spring 39.
Okay, I don't know if we got any XP from that.
I know it didn't say. Man. Well.
I don't know what to do. Can we go to bed? Pass the time?
Do we get XP for going to bed?
Well, I'm wondering if it'll change anything with the ice cream maker that way, like time-wise.
Oh, maybe like another day. Sure, try it.
I don't know.
What's 2100?
Like 9?
9. Yeah,
We should
we
be
can go
able
to bed after 9, I'm pretty sure. Well, sorry to have to hop off so soon.
No, that's okay.
The bed's a little nicer.
We'll go to
now.
sleep and wake
You
up in
could
the
get a good
morning,
night's
and
sleep here.
if it's still not an issue, like, or if it's still an issue, like I'll go check off stream, and
Okay.
if I need to like get us some XP off stream, I'll do that so that next time we play, we don't have to
Okay.
just
sounds
do
good.
nothing.
Right. I feel like we didn't accomplish basically. We did the phone thing, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I'll have to put that in the description of the YouTube video. Be like, sorry guys, we didn't really do anything. Oopsie.
Yeah.
But okay, well, we'll call it there then. And yeah, I will see if I can gather us some XP in the meantime.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry it wasn't a super productive stream, especially following the last one, but we'll catch you next time.
Good night.
Bye.